Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe SC-Talk und bei mir ganz ein wichtiges Interview. Sirona BioChem, die haben jetzt den Durchbruch quasi geschafft. Oder sagen wir mal so, sie haben jetzt das announced, was sie tatsächlich eigentlich die letzten Jahre versprochen haben, einen Deal für ihren Skinlighter, also für ihren Hautaufheller 1067. Und das war extrem wichtig und jetzt ist natürlich auch irgendwie ein bisschen die Luft raus. Was kommt jetzt next? Und das ist genau meine Frage an den Howard jetzt, was kommt wirklich jetzt ran? Ich muss auch dazu sagen, seitdem der Deal announced worden ist, habe ich keine einzige Aktie verkauft. Ich glaube, ich bin auch nicht enttäuscht, wie die Aktie entwickelt hat. Ich habe damit gerechnet, weil eben genau dieses Luftholen nach so einem Announcement ganz üblich ist. Und jetzt kommt jetzt eigentlich die interessante Phase, wo wir die Bodenbildung haben, damit der nächste Lift kommt. Wie gesagt, ich habe es ja schon gesagt, Conflict of Interest, ich bin Aktionär und es ist auch, so viel kann ich auch verraten, meine größte Position. Thank you to have time. As in my German introduction, I have a conflict of interest. Sirona is my biggest share position what I have. Also with the nice run what we have this year. So it helps that it's going to the biggest portion of my portfolio. And I know exactly, and first congratulations to your first deal. I think it's a major breakthrough. Mm-hmm. It's proof up your concept. Yes. It's proof up your product. Yes. That's the most important thing. Then a lot of people have always the fear that it looks good, but is it good enough that you find a market for this? Yes. And you qualified all this with this deal with Roden & Fields. Roden & Fields is very popular in North America. Yes. It's not known in Europe. Yes. But also they will start in January, I think, in Japan. So for Japanese, yes. Is this a very interesting product. And I'm not really frustrated about the share price. For me, it's this logical when always you have a lot of excitement, blue sky potential, and then the first deal is coming. That a lot of people use also this volume what you create with this new deal to sell the stock. Then buy the rumor, sell the fact. It's an old rule on the stock market. But coming to the deal itself, I think can you say a little bit more to the deal, how the deals looks like for you, and when also we can expect maybe a first product out of this deal?
Yeah, so we are very, very excited to have completed this deal. This deal is an enormous proof of concept for the platform, which is our second, with after our diabetic drug, it's our second major transaction. It's very unique to have a platform that's actually is proven out commercially, and we believe that the platform has enormous potential in the years ahead. So we're very excited to complete this deal. And this deal is, Roden & Fields is a massive entity within its current markets, principally the U.S., but Canada, Australia, and Japan to follow. They claim that they are the biggest cosmetic company you've never heard of. It's not as commonly household a name, but they have the leading sales in the cosmetic industry for the United States. They have a very solid reputation, and they're very fussy about when they bring a new product to the market that it's innovative, that it's bringing something unique and something very, very, very solid for the consumer. And so this is a tremendous vote of confidence for Sirona. And being non-exclusive, this is actually ideal for Sirona because Roden & Fields has a particular sales channel within the U.S. market, but there's other sales channels. There's physician dispense sales channels. There's different ways. There's not one company that corners the entire market. So this enables us to enter a commercialized project, but also enter many more deals. Mm-hmm. Many more deals in the current markets, but also deals in the other markets around the world. So it is the first of what we anticipate to be many transactions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, a little bit later to this transaction, to the new potential transaction, but is also an outcome of this deal that you need in the future not really new financings?
Currently, we are well capitalized. Our capital needs are met throughout the rest of this year and the rest of next year. Any discussions for any future capital raises are more on a strategic basis.
Mm-hmm.
We don't anticipate any capital raises at the current share price. We're in a very fortunate situation currently.
Mm-hmm. One question come to one of my subscribers. There was a discussion about do you need any in the US any FDA licensing for your product or for the cosmetic or Roden and Fields need this?
There's some basic safety and efficacy tests. With the FDA, you can't make claims that you can't back clinically. So now with a clinical trial, there's claims that we can make about the effectiveness of the product. But we have provided the basic package, which allows Roden and Fields to commercialize the product. So there's no significant regulatory hurdles remaining.
Yeah. Do you have any clue when Roden and Fields will launch this product?
Yeah, unfortunately, they are a private company, and they do not wish to disclose all their plans for competitive purposes. I can tell you that they are working very hard for a large launch. Typically, when they launch a new product, it starts off very successful in the beginning due to a lot of preparation,
mm-hmm.
and that preparation has begun.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
they are very dedicated to the launch. And unfortunately, we are a public company, and our shareholders obviously wish to know the answer to that question, but we are not able to disclose, specific timing.
Mm-hmm. When you look at the product itself, normally Roden Fields have 50 milliliter product. How much of your ingredients is in this kind of product?
Well, ours is a very potent compound, so it's less than a percentage.
Okay.
It's a very small concentration required to make this an active ingredient. Now, there's other compounds which they add into the formulation to amplify the benefits and other desired results they wish. That's one of their specialties is not just our active ingredient, but the rest of the formulation to develop the product they wish.
Okay. You also have in the last announcement that you go to the 360 conference in Paris.
Yes.
Is European a focus of your product too? Then normally in Europe we're looking more that we're going darker than lighter from the skin.
The Cosmetic 360 conference is attended by companies from around the world. Roden and Fields will be there. They're leading a delegation from the United States, so there's multiple companies attending, companies that are regional and multinational. So there's a lot of big names will be there. Companies that are aware of what we're doing, that will be very excited that we've achieved. We've achieved a number of the thresholds which they wanted to see. We clinical trial. The fact that we can formulate the compound. A lot of the hurdles have been achieved. So they're going to be the interest level is going to be accentuated at this conference. It's a tremendous opportunity, and timing's ideal for us.
Okay. This 360 conference is a professional conference, and I can remember it's 6 or 9 months or a year ago. You talk about that you maybe coming up with an article in a professional journal. How it looks like with this article? Oh
well, Dr. Drelos, who was in charge of our clinical trial, is in the processes of getting this published in a major dermatological journal. And the advantage of that is it gives us the worldwide recognition amongst all the experts in the industry about the actual true clinical results of our compound. Mm-hmm. So that's underway. It's a process. It has to be peer reviewed. The article has to be meticulously reviewed. It's a process, but it's well underway.
Okay. the production of your ingredients itself, is this a problem, or how it looks like? Do you do the production, or Roden and Fields or for some other?
Well, currently we're taking charge of production.
Okay.
Now, scaling up from a small manufacture, from small scale production for the use for clinical trials to for commercialization, it's a process. It's a process that it is standard. It's just you have to refine the way you make the production for the larger scale. So we hire experts to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a normal step.
But it's not that you produce. You go to a company that can produce this, and
Yes.
they produce it for you.
Yes. So we've hired Rowan to work on the scale up, and that's what their expertise is. They can do small scale manufacturing, and now we're already in the process of looking for large scale manufacturers. That'll be available to the different areas in which we plan to commercialize in.
But do you need really a large production? Then, when your ingredient is only less than 1%, you don't need a really big production that you can cover.
Well,
it's always a definition. What is a big production? And
yes.
not.
Well, if we are to listen to the requests made from the various parties we've been discussing in the various territories, that we will need a much larger production than just for Rodan and Fields. Rodan and Fields is going to be a very substantial order, but in the Asian markets where the demand is even the market's even more massive, we will need to have a solid manufacturing base.
Asian market is a good point. Coming now to new agreements or new deals, new potential deals, we know exactly Asia is the market.
Yes.
So how this looks like?
Well, we're making really good progress there. We're making really good progress, and we'll have news shortly. They'll outline some of that progress. But there's still much more work to be done. Asia is a massive market. It's multiple countries. With they're all their individual challenges, and we're going to double our efforts to enter as many of those markets as possible.
Okay, these are my questions to Roden and Fields deals. But can you summarize it that also with this Roden and Fields deal, the financial position is now much better than before. Second is you prove up your concept that is really working, and you can make a big deal with a big one. And the third is that you now can also look to other areas. I remember me 2-3 years ago when we talked about the skin lighter market, but also talked to, for example, to anti-aging or one bang and so on, that your team can now more take a little bit care about these markets too.
Oh yes, we have a lot of things on the go for a very small company. We have never been busier than we are right now. We're developing to expand our relationship with Huabang into other opportunities. We've had some very productive discussions and discussing in advanced levels how we can work more together to opportunities. And we're looking on how, and the anti-aging, anti-wrinkle is an amazing project. It's very exciting, and we are currently ramping that up. And we're also looking at how we can partner to really move that project forward. So we're looking at opportunities there, and we're making progress in those opportunities.
So that means we can also expect some news flow from the anti-aging.
Yes.
Okay. One bang is more also the deal that you must look what one bang doing, so it's not more so in control of your.
And we've been having great news from Huabang.
Okay. There's also some things about the animal market.
Yes, it's an enormous opportunity, and I can't give you specific details. I'm just saying that it's very much alive. It's moving forward, and we anticipate news to follow.
So that's mean maybe for the next 6 months we can expect more deals on skin lighter market.
Yes.
But we can also expect some information about anti-aging, anti-wrinkle.
Yes.
The animal sector.
Yes.
And one bang.
Yes.
For the next 6 months.
Yes.
Okay.
We hope sooner. I mean 6 months.
No,
is
but
quite time.
6 months is for me. I don't want bring too much pressure on you. Then you know exactly it's 1 week and it's or 1 month is nothing.
These deals, these transactions. I mean, behind the scenes, they're enormous jobs for us. I mean, there is enormous amount of work. We've got a very solid team just dedicated to China. And it's been a lot of work setting it up, and they've been working extremely hard. And the result, we see the progress. We are very excited, and we wish we could share more with the shareholder. But there's only so much disclosure that we're allowed to make it, without until we hit definitive points in those dealings. But we're very excited. We anticipate multiple positive events within the next 6 months, hopefully much sooner.
Okay. Now, for me, it's important. Look, in the last 12 months, the story runs a little bit on Wham Bang, and the most was Skinlighter.
Yep.
And if we can transfer this now in this done deals yes. on the Skinlighter market, but also as build up new stories on anti-wrinkle, animal, and so on, then yes. We stand on a broader yes. base where we can go forward.
Yeah, and we're looking to expand our resources so that we can we have a lot on the go, and right now we're working at capacity, but we're looking at expanding that capacity, looking at how we can increase our resources in our lab in France. How we network more to get better partnering activities in multiple countries. So we're working hard to we deliver on what we see and envision the next little while. We're going to do very well. It's a very exciting year, and we have the financial resources to do it.
That's good point, or good end point. I don't reach one major point, or I forget some major point what my people should know in this interview.
Well, we have a lot we wish we could tell you, but you have to wait.
Okay. I think it's a good end point. Thank you for the update. Ja, viele Informationen, diesmal habe ich mir sogar aufgeschrieben. Für mich war extrem wichtig mit dem Deal von Roden & Fields, dass sie keine Finanzierung mehr brauchen. Ich glaube, das ist ein wichtiger Punkt. Er hat es ja selber gesagt, sie sind jetzt in viel besserer finanziellen Position. Wenn eine neue Finanzierung kommt, dann nur mehr mit einem strategischen Partner, weil man halt den drinnen hat, und sonst ist das eigentlich raus. Zweite ist, weil da auch Anfragen zu mir gekommen sind, FDA, Lizenzierung und so weiter brauchen sie nicht. Natürlich muss gewisse Grundsachen gemacht worden sein, also dass es nicht giftig ist und so weiter, das ist ganz klar, aber das haben sie und von daher sollte das überhaupt kein Problem sein. Wann kann man mit den ersten Produkten rechnen? Schwierige Frage, liegt an Roden & Fields, angefangen hat der Prozess schon. Die wollen ja, wenn sie starten oder das Produkt launchen, kommt die gleich mit der massiven Produktion daher. Das heißt, diese ganze Vorarbeiten laufen schon. Das heißt, das ist ja natürlich ein sehr großer Vorarbeitungsprozess, und er hat in den letzten Interviews gesagt, die haben ja eigentlich nur 2 Präsentationen, 2 Events pro Jahr, wo sie einen neuen Produktlaunch machen, und mit ein bisschen Glück sind wir beim nächsten dann dabei. Was auch, glaube ich, ganz wichtig ist, wie viel ist da von dem Produkt drinnen? Bei einer Standard 50 Milliliter Creme oder sowas, wo eine Standardgröße ist, unter 1%, ich glaube, ganz wichtig zum Verstehen. Dann, das war mir auch ein wichtiger Punkt, die 360er-Veranstaltung in Paris, das ist eine weltweite Konferenz. Da kommt nicht nur irgendwer aus Europa, sondern das ist weltweit. Von daher ganz klar, dass das natürlich eine ideale Plattform ist, um mit anderen Kontakte zu machen. Professionelles, also in einem Fachmagazin, Fachzeitschrift, der Artikel ist nach wie vor in Arbeit. Produktion ist kein Problem, das haben sie ausgelagert, und wenn man weiß, dass es unter 1%, also das heißt ja 0,5 Milliliter bei einer 50 Milliliter Ding, da braucht man nicht viel, da reicht eine mittelgroße Produktion. Also da reden wir nicht von Hunderten Tonnen, die da produziert werden, das wäre von dem Wirkstoff viel zu viel. So, was der wichtige Punkt ist, glaube ich, und das ist extrem wichtig, deswegen war ich auch nicht enttäuscht oder dass der Aktienkurs nicht so stark reagiert hat, weil das ist ein Liquidity-Event gewesen für viele, die nur auf diesen einen Deal spekuliert haben. Dieser eine Deal ist kein Endpunkt gewesen, sondern der Startpunkt einer langen Reise. I said in my, can I say so that this deal with Roden and Fields is not the end point, it's only a beginning of a new journey.
Yes.
So that's
accurate.
So das ist eigentlich genau jetzt, vorher war so viel Spekulation drinnen, so viel Dinge, jetzt ist die Story eine ganz andere, weil sie jetzt auch bewiesen haben, dass sie mit einer großen Company einen Deal machen können und die das Produkt auch wollen. Und mit der 360er ist das jetzt genau eine perfekte Veranstaltung, da können sie was vorweisen, da kann Roden und Fields ist Sponsor dort, hat eine Delegation auch dort, also ideal. So, aber was natürlich jetzt dieser Deal natürlich auch bringt, neben diesen Verhandlungen mit neuen anderen Deals, ist, dass sie sich natürlich auch stärker konzentrieren können aufgrund dieser finanziellen Freiheit, weil wir das jetzt haben, wieder auf zum Beispiel Anti-Aging, Anti-Wrinkle, auf Tierbereich, ganz wichtig, er hat gesagt, und Wann-Bang. Wobei, Wann-Bang-Story kennen wir schon, die ist auch schon teilweise im Markt drinnen. Wobei diese Anti-Aging und diese ganzen Sachen bezüglich in dem Tierbereich sind im Aktienkurs nicht drinnen. Und, das ist auch wichtig, glaube ich, die Leute glauben jetzt mehr daran, weil sie eben, wie gesagt, einen Deal schon abgeschlossen haben. Das ist ganz wichtig. Ja, ich möchte mich auch noch gleich einmal entschuldigen, dass ich auf einmal mitten im Interview anfange zum Brummen. Das liegt daran, weil da die Lüftung sich eingeschaltet haben und die ist ziemlich laut da. So, das war es allerdings jetzt von Sirona, 30. September 2019. Tschüss und Baba, viel Spaß bei Ihrem Investment, wir hören sich. Thank you.
Thank you.